Okay, let's get into it. Just like we were before, I should double check that we did Tears of Gothics, because it might be that Tears of Gothics is a thing. Let's see. Tomorrow. Okay. So we want extra tar. And we need our traps. There we go. I don't think there's anything else that we need to do. I think we did our dailies and all that last time. Okay. Let's give it a shot and see how the world goes. Is this a good place? Is this the good place? Are we in the afterlife? Actually, the good place isn't even like a good place, right? Isn't that the spoiler, is that it was hell all along? I like Din's Bulwark because when I show up to a place in the wilderness, everyone's like, oh, hey, look, a friend, right? They're not like, oh, God, a PKer. They're like, well, clearly that guy's a friend. Like, there's no, like, I'm not going to go beat somebody to death with my Din's Bulwark. That's fucking metal, but that's clearly not happening. I fucked that up, but it's okay. Just chombos, they're definitely in my way. But we'll fix it in a second. There we go. Move these guys down. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Back to victory, you know? It's nice to remember the smell, the taste, you know? Did we kill a single gore today? I don't think so. We killed an arc build right at the start. Like, started raw with an arc build. Busted that dude up, basically no problems. And then immediately lost to a gore 4 times. Bro. It's not a good look for us. The same gore even, not even different gores. Well, that gore's gone forever, so it's fine. Right? We'll never see that one again. That one is... That demon is buried. He's in the past. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm thinking about the Monster Hunter. I was just playing. Obviously, this is same stream, but that was a different time, a parallel dimension to this particular VOD, if you're looking at the VODs. What's this guy doing? Oh, I should add the rate tracker so we can see how good we're doing. Oh my goodness, look at all the fucking Chinjampas and also all the fucking people. So many dudes. Damn, 178k an hour? That guy could definitely attack me. I don't think he is a PKer though, because he's wearing a shield. The Odium Ward isn't really something that PKers would use, typically. So I think we're good, but I mean, obviously he didn't attack me as well, so. We're definitely doing much better rate-wise than we've ever done. We were at like 186k an hour for a second there. I don't know if we're going to be able to like maintain that at all, but that's pretty fucking good. Zero says, I'm bored as shit at work. Brand new job. Already bored of it, huh? Literally nothing to do. Zero says, not of the job. There hasn't been a lot of cars that came in today. So you like the job. It's just there's literally no work to be done. And you're only there until 3 today, huh, Zero? So like 3 more hours? Oh, well, unfortunately, I don't really have anything I can do for you except give you some chinchompas to look at. 2 hours early on Saturdays? That's pretty sick, actually. It's kind of interesting as well, because you'd think that, like, people would probably want a mechanic more on Saturdays than on the weekdays. Zero says, I don't know, I hope most people have lives to go live on Saturday. Yeah, but like the thing is I imagine that if your car impacts your ability to work such that you aren't working, then you would go to the mechanic during normal business hours, right? But if it doesn't affect your ability to work, then that means that you're not going to stop working in order to fix your car, which means that you need to, you know, get your car fixed outside of 9 to 5, which is, you know, a weekend, sure, but maybe not like Saturday morning. It is more of a Saturday morning activity than a Saturday evening activity. So I guess that does make some amount of sense even still, but I missed my herb. I literally just didn't click on the herb that time. Zero says, when I worked at Valvoline last year, we would have 4 cars. Oh, hey, Saku. What's up, dude?
Hello.
Zero saying, when I worked at Valvoline last year, we would have 4 cars waiting for us before the store opened. Like, in our line. Damn. Like, you don't have anything better to do to wake up early on a Saturday and go get your oil changed at 6 a.m.? Yeah, I guess not, huh? I certainly am not a go-getter, personally. Never in my days. But waking up at 6 a.m. sounds like hell for any circumstance. I'm not waking up at 6 a.m. for my fucking wedding, dog. You know what I mean? Like, no fucking chance. Like, it doesn't matter how good, how joyous the, you know, I'm not waking up at 6 a.m. to go to fucking Disney World. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just no fucking chance, bro. Like, if I'm waking up at 6 a.m., it's a life or death situation. So I'm certainly not doing chores at 6 a.m. Zero says, go home, go back to sleep, find some friends, and spend Friday nights with. Find some friends to spend Friday nights with. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but like, hear me out. What if I just stream RuneScape?
If I just don't have any friends.
You could have friends. And that's what he said. He said to find friends. You can find them even if you don't have them. Zero says, weird guys, making friends are easy. Generally, yeah. I don't know how I would make friends with like I don't know how I would go about like dating or whatever, but like friends, like especially like as a guy, it's mostly just like doing any interest you have and inevitably you'll find somebody else doing the same interest, which is like kind of what dating is like to some degree as well. Zero says, yo, you like blank too? And just like that, you got a friend? Yeah, kind of, generally. Zero says, I wake up at 7:30 to be at work at 8, which isn't horrible. Yeah, no, I understand. I fucking hate 6 a.m. isn't the worst all the time, but sometimes 6 a.m. is night still. It's like literally not morning yet. And that's like unacceptable to me. I fucking hate waking up before the sun is up. That like I fucking hate that shit. It fucks with my mental in a big way. All right, Saku. We learned a little bit, cleaned up our execution as well with the Black Chinchompas. We're now getting more experience than we were getting at Herbivore. We've made a difference. I learned how to micro better.
That's good.
Yeah. Much more growth than I thought we were going to get to be honest. Zero says, let me find a girl to date in the hogs community. And it's going to be over for me? Yeah, no shit. I imagine that's going to be pretty high demand though, because not only is the hogs community small, but it also strikes me as a male dominated space, if you will. Especially back then. Video games were for boys in the 90s. Girls can't enjoy having fun. They have to do girl shit. Like fucking makeup.
And Barbie dolls.
Yeah. Which obviously aren't fun at all. What's your favorite girl activity, Saku?
Oof. I don't know, making bracelets?
Mine's dismantling the patriarchy.
Ah.
And baking, yeah. True, Zero, true. Making bracelets. Do you have any bracelets, Saku?
No.
I've made bracelets before. Zero says favorite girl activity from the 90s. Cooking. I don't know. I don't know. Do you like girls cook? You know what I mean? I was thinking like children, I guess. I guess easy bake ovens were a thing. Shout out to light bulbs. Have you ever used an easy bake oven, Saku?
No.
Me neither. Zero says, I've made the little loom rubber band bracelets. I have no idea what you're talking about, dude. And then Zero says, I set an easy bake oven on fire as a kid. How? It's just a light bulb. How the fuck did you muck that up that bad? Zero says, do not forget to turn it off. Jesus.
I almost set some cup mac and cheese on fire.
Compact cheese on fire?
The cup, like the cup noodles, but it was mac and cheese inside. I forgot to put water in it, and then I put it in the microwave.
I mean, that's fucking awesome, but I didn't even know there's instant mac and cheese where you just add water. That's a thing?
Yeah.
Huh. That's kind of awesome. I kind of fuck with that. Zero says it'll still melt after a while. Plastic is still plastic. Yeah, well, yeah, sure, I guess, but Jesus.
I took it out of the microwave and it was about to burst on fire. Like it was bright orange.
Awesome.
So kid me was like, oh, I'll douse it with water. I'll go put it in the sink and douse it with water.
Yeah.
It did work.
Yeah.
It also smelled like macaroni smoke for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. That's kind of awesome. That's kind of awesome. These fucking bots keep logging onto my fucking world and taking my spot. They're taking my job. They took my I'm fucking taking my Sorry, I have to lock in as I get this shit together. Zero says, love the rednecks from South Park. I think I was specifically quoting Randy Marsh, actually. But yeah, there are rednecks also that sound like that, I think. Zero says, imagine a world where microwaves don't have timers and you got to turn it off like an oven. You know there are ovens that just turn themselves off too, right? Nowadays. But yeah, no, that would definitely be pretty dangerous. I mean, motherfuckers still can't cook popcorn in the microwave. Zero says, I still put cookies in cookie dough in the microwave for quick cookies, but I switched to using an air fryer. That's crazy. I've never considered microwaving cookie dough before. Zero says the rednecks originally stated that that they took our jobs. Randy became part of that because of the one episode. Sure. Yeah. I only really know the Randy episode. I haven't seen a lot of South Park. I've only seen what I've seen, you know what I'm saying? Zero says, now Randy's just a weed man. I did know about that as well. South Park at some point decided to have like continuity or whatever. Zero says, not the biggest fan of that character point, but whatever. I don't know. I don't like feel a strong connection to South Park characters to begin with. Mostly I'm just here for the laughs. Zero says, I kind of miss when Randy was a go with the flow kind of guy and wasn't a drug centric character. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not super familiar with the characterization to begin with either. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to spot a character acting out of character in South Park. Not really. Maybe I wouldn't even say the original four, like the main four kids, because I don't know all that much about Kenny. I know Kyle, Cartman, and Stan okay, but Kenny, like, I don't really know him that much. Jesus Christ. Chinchompas are fucking up my stuff. Zero says, I'm an OG South Parker. My favorite character is Tweak. And then Zero says, and PC Principal has some good moments. I know who Tweak is. I watched South Park for a long time, but I don't like have like a strong preference about it or anything. I think I like the continuity of South Park better than the original episodic thing that they had going on. But I don't have like much of a horse in the race. It's not really for me. I mean, it's for me in that I enjoy it, right? But I'm not like watching South Park week to week or anything like that. I'm not like a huge fan, you know what I'm saying? Certainly not about to tell them how to make their show, you know? It's not something I have skin in the game. Hey, Suba. Also, hello, Sue. Sue says, given up on the one tick reset? No, I just can't learn it in a day. It's just not possible for someone like me, Sue. Zero says, I don't keep up. I usually wait 2 to 3 years and binge all the new shit. That's interesting. That's kind of like the way that people do stuff nowadays, though, as well. As far as like watching shows. I used to do something similar as well. Like very often for anime, but back then the word binge didn't even exist in the way that we use it now. I called it marathoning. Would marathon a show. Which is the same thing. Zero says, the last thing I watched other than the Ozempic special was the Mr. Garrison as Trump stuff. I don't know what Ozempic is. Zero has the first 12 seasons on DVD of South Park. That's gotta be most of the show. There's like maybe 20 seasons of South Park total. Probably not even 20, I would guess. Zero says Ozempic is the diabetic medicine that's side effect is weight loss. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have no idea. Zero says, so the wives started using it to lose weight. No, yeah, I'm familiar with, you know what I mean, a TV show. I get where you're going. Zero says, and Randy thinks it's a hard drug, so he gets into it. I mean, I guess I get what you mean. I mean, that's a funny premise still, but does seem a little one note. Dude. I'm fucking terrible. Oh my god, dude. They just never stop. I mean, I guess it's a good thing, but I just see 0 typing messages that I can't fucking read. I mean, I can sort of read it, I guess, but it's definitely gonna fuck me up. Doesn't help that you sent extremely long messages, so I feel like I'm gonna lose my place like 18 times trying to read. I'm gonna read the same sentence over and over again. Like reading a book trying before you go to bed. Just read the same sentence 15 times because I'm too tired to pay attention. Have you ever read a book, Saku, like as like a sleep aid or anything? I always feel like I'm gonna lose my place in the book or whatever. I was always worried about like the bookmark placement or something, because like if I just fall asleep with the book in my hands and the book closes, like it's fully gone. I guess you could just like skim it to like get back to where you were probably, but all right, we kind of caught up. All right. 0 says, not gonna lie, I'd probably use Ozempic if given the chance. That's weird. Okay. 0 says, and then the medicine people crack down on, use if you're not diabetic. What? And then the medicine people crack down on use if you're not diabetic, I guess. I see. So I misread the word use or use. It's interesting that they're spelled the same and also the meaning is so different in context. I mean, it's kind of the same word, but it's pronounced differently. Weird. I guess it's not. Like, the part of speech is different. They're, like, related words. But Carmen wants to get skinny, so he makes Kyle and Stan start making black market Ozempic, and the wives get into a shootout with them. I don't think you really need to tell me, like, the entire, like, thing that happened in the episode. You know what I mean? I think the idea, like the premise was like you're kind of going nuts, Zero. Like a little bit was more than enough. Like I don't need to read the whole fucking plot synopsis, bro. Like it's okay. There's nothing worse than explaining a joke. You know what I mean? Like there's no way that I'm gonna hear this and be like, oh my god, that's so raucously funny. Let me go watch the South Park episode. You know what I mean? Like gotta leave some meat on the bones, bro. Like damn. Zero says the South Park Stick of Truth and Factory Butthole games are really good turn-based RPGs. They play like Paper Mario. I'm familiar with all of them. Yeah. Zero says I can't read books before bed because I stay up 8 hours to finish the book. I can't finish most books in 8 hours. Like most books that I've ever had, like there's no way I'm gonna be able to finish it in 8 hours. I mean, maybe if I was already halfway done with it, you know what I mean? I don't think that I can read anywhere near that fast. Maybe that's not true though, because I did read, there's this smaller book, it was like 300 pages, but I think I got through about half of it in 4 hours, so maybe I could actually. Maybe I'm underestimating my ability to read. 300 pages? Maybe it's 150 pages. How long is Aragon? I think it was about as long as Aragon. Zero says, I'm a very one-go kind of reader. There's not a single person in this shop right now. I'm here all by myself. Zero says, I got that book, Autism. Every year, I take a week and fully blitz a 12 book long series that I love. Is it like the same series every time, or? Because there aren't that many series that have exactly 12 books, right? There's no way. Zero says, with all these books containing 480 pages minimum. I used to read a lot. I haven't read in a very long time. Like a book in a long time. Zero says there's 9 books and 3 continuation books. So there's 12. What do you fucking mean? So it's the same series every time is what you're saying. Zero says, and it's long enough and lore-filled that a year later I remember the story but not every detail. Alright, let's reset real quick. I've never read a book more than once, I don't think. Saku, have you ever read a book more than once? I'm gonna guess that you said no, but I didn't hear you say anything at all, Saku.
Nope.
Okay. I like some books quite a lot. I was a huge fan of Aragon back in the day. And like my guy, the young lord himself, Christopher Paolini, fucked it up, to be honest. I liked Aragon a lot. I liked Eldest a lot. Brissinger was too fucking long, and Inheritance was like only okay and was too long. Brissinger made Roran, who was probably my favorite character, one of my least favorite characters. And every fucking Roran chapter in Inheritance sucked, basically. Basically every single chapter with Roran sucked. Except for like the very last one or something. Like right at the very end, like Roran got to actually do some shit that mattered and was cool. And there was also the section with the Razak, I guess, but for the most part, bruh, like, what are you doing, man? Like, I understand that you wanted to like make Roran a secondary protagonist, but you should not have. You should not have. You should have just let Roran do his shit off screen, which is, I imagine, what he originally planned to do, because it was supposed to be a trilogy originally. Aragon was going to be a trilogy. And I think the third book became twice as long, and the fourth book exists at all simply because of the Roran plot line continuing. Like, if he just let Roran escape whatever the fuck the name of the town was or whatever, and then didn't like return to him after that, you know what I mean? It would have been fine. But that isn't what actually went down at all. Forget the name of the town, but it's at the like top of the spine. It's Aragon's hometown. You know what the fuck. If you know Aragon at all, you know exactly what I'm saying. Zero says, I kill for a nice grilled cheese sandwich with bacon cooked in garlic butter. That is such a specific craving, but okay. Zero says, that's crazy that you never go back and reread series. Is it? I don't think so. I don't like return to any media in my life basically at all. I don't like rewatch movies or anything. I used to a lot back in the day, but not in many, many years have I ever like experienced the same piece of media a second time. That guy just tried to PK Misaku, and he like pathetically splashed on me, and then I just walked away from him, and that was it. Like, that was the whole PK experience. He didn't even do like anything else after that. I didn't even have that many black chinchapos. I only had like 12. Oh my god. What is going on over there? One of those guys is strong enough to attack me, but it seems that the other guys are like teaming him. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm taking my traps and I'm getting the fuck out of here. God damn. 4 of those fucking Opal Dragon Bolts are 18k? Why are you guys even killing people with those? That shit is so expensive, man. Like, what the fuck? Those are more valuable than the Chapos I'm getting. You know what I mean? Like, what the what are you doing here? All right, let's try a different world. One with less crime. God damn. There might be less crime, but it's certainly not unpopular. Which is to say that it's certainly popular. That was a hiccup. Oh, hey, look, a friend. Greetings, friend.
He has a toxic staff of the dead on him.
Yeah. He also has a teal max cape.
That would be Assembler Max Cape.
I see.
Wait, is it?
I don't know. It's definitely teal. It's green on the inside, but it's teal on the, like, the main cape
I
part.
don't think the Assembler is green on the inside.
Will it tell me? It's the imbued Guthix max cape.
Huh.
Yeah, that guy is risking, or he's not risking. He has a blessed spirit shield, a toxic staff of the dead, and his imbued max cape. So I'm pretty sure he's not about to, you know, like, attack me, because he risking that 14 mil or whatever is probably not worth it. But you know,
There's a mythical Max Cape. What?
yeah, for the crush bonus, bro. What do you mean?
What about the not imbued God Max Capes?
Some of them look good, actually. Those are some of the best looking max capes of the like roster, I think. I think like one of them in particular I like really like. Staff of the Dead isn't like a charged staff, is it? Like you need runes to cast with that? Those tiles just marked spawns. They're not actually helpful. Wonder how much money that guy got away with. Are you into Harry Potter at all, Saku?
Hmm? Not really.
Hmm.
I just watched some movies and then that was it.
I mean, that's more than I could say for a long time. I only watched the movies for the first time like 6 months ago or something. I saw the first movie. No, the first 3 movies basically as they aired, but every other movie I just totally missed. I was hyped for Goblet of Fire too. I saw that there was a dragon in it. I was like, oh shit. And after finally watching Goblet of Fire, I was like, that dragon was a very small part of that movie and also like not very interesting at all. It's kind of interesting to me. I'm sure that like J.K. Rowling and a lot of other authors like have a pretty good idea of what it is that they're gonna do in a series, like when they start it. Maybe not like when they start it, but you know, after Harry Potter, the first book does well, she probably has an idea of what she's gonna do for the like rest of the series. Maybe not specifically, but you know, an idea at least, I imagine. And I think that most properties like that would probably benefit from like writing the entire series and then like going through and like writing it again kind of, because like there's stuff that's like not internally consistent that like you have to explain just because like, oh well, I just wanted this, you know, set piece to be this way or whatever. But it's like, well, but if that's the case, then then this other thing doesn't really make sense. Like why weren't these people worried about this thing? Like they're responsible for these things, right? If there's this organization that's like aware of, you know, A, B, and C, like, shouldn't they also be aware of this other thing type thing? I don't have like any specific plot points for Harry Potter. It's more like just general, like, overarching narratives or what have you. And it's one of those things where it's like, it's a lot easier said than done, I imagine. Because even the best written works are like, and when I say best, I mean like according to other people mostly, because I haven't read them, right? Like very clearly are released like one book at a time or whatever, which means that there's definitely room for there to be changes over time. But I don't know. Seems so obvious to someone as stupid as I am. Zero says, okay, so we don't leave at 3? I was misinformed. I thought you were in the store by yourself. Who corrected you? Zero says we leave at 2 and we get fed at 1:30. What do you mean that you get fed? Is there like a food truck that comes by and drops off shit? That's fucking awesome. Zero says the higher ups in the rest of the building. Oh, okay. They buy you food. Yo, fuck it. Move over, man. I'm starting tomorrow. Are you fucking kidding me? I can't explain how nice it is to have food provided. Beatrice is Ayo, he variety streaming joke. I should ban you right now. I should just ban you. Just be done with it. You know what I mean? Just live my fullest life. You know what I mean? Be emotionally fulfilled. You know how satisfying it would be? Fuck off, Beatrice. Get out of my sight. You're not welcome around here anymore. Go on like a fucking spiritual pilgrimage and learn. You don't even need to learn anything about yourself. Just go learn. Beatrice says, but we're collaborating today? Not anymore. It's canceled. Everything's canceled. Stream's canceled. Go home. Playing Runescape instead. Zero says Saturdays are baller, but I don't know why no one wants to work Saturday. What do you mean? Zero says I get paid to sit on my ass reading books and they feed us. Yeah, but I would rather be at home than getting paid to sit on my ass and read books, to be honest. Zero says drop Beatrice in the middle of the Amazon forest and let him figure it out. The Amazon forest? Maybe. I was thinking like the frozen steppes. Think she could do with some permafrost. Beatrice says, what did I do? You know what you did. Zero says, we have 15 texts and 12 of them asked for Saturday off. God damn. I think the weekends is just when people want to do stuff, Zero. Beatrice says, no, I'm dumb. Well, you'll learn a little something about the frozen steppes. Don't worry. You won't be dumb for long. You're going to be a natural survivalist, probably. Beatrice says, you're smelly. You will be too after you survive the frozen steppes. Don't worry. Zero says, send him to High Hrothgar to learn the way of the voice from the Greybeards. I don't want Beatrice to be any more powerful audibly. She already is pretty good at yelling. Zero says, also, I just found out that if there aren't any cars to work on, we can just clock out and leave. That's crazy. Zero says, like 9 repercussions outside of not being paid for the remainder of the day. Like no repercussions, I see. That sort of makes sense if there's like literally nothing to do. It's kind of interesting that they like are down with you just like hanging out, even though there's obviously nothing to do. Just on the chance that somebody shows up and gives you something to do, I guess, is the idea. That's why they're paying you. Zero says, this mechanic shop's chill as fuck. Yeah, it seems that way, huh? Zero says, in the last hour of the day, we don't accept any new cars. Zero says, so we have time to clean, but I only touched 4 cars today and my area is spotless. Beatrice says, well, I'm free today if you want to work on my car. I think he only works on certain cars, right? Like a certain make. Zero says, what kind of car is it and what's wrong with it? See? She's also like very far west of you. Zero says, I work on anything that comes in, but the majority of it is Nissan. Oh, really? I just assumed that you were always doing the same thing. Yeah, what's up, Pikachu? Me. Pika says, far west even? Nah. It's like a totally separate thing. Beatrice says, a Fiat 500 needs a tail light replaced and the tires balanced. You could probably do that. Zero says, ew, Fiat. Nah, I'm good on... I got standards? Damn. Damn. Zero says, both of those things are easy as shit? Yeah. He just refuses to work on it out of principle. That's fucking crazy. Well, get fucked, I guess, Beatrice. Now you have to pay someone. Beatrice says, it's so cute though, how dare. Imagine caring what your car looks like. I could fucking never, dude. I do not give a single shit about that. Pika says, I just noticed that my message wasn't acknowledged. No, I saw your first message, but I didn't read it yet because this is kind of hard for me to do. So what I'm doing right now, I don't know, everywhere my mouse is what I'm looking at. Like I can't really see the chat. And your first message was longer than the rest, and that made it harder to read. So now in order for me to read it, I have to like look up and also scroll back and actually see what it is. No, it wasn't actually longer. It was just 2 separate messages. No, I just literally couldn't see what it was. It's hard for me to do this and also read chat. I'm also very new to this in RuneScape. So I got all kinds of fucking excuses today, I guess. I guess I could turn on slow mode. Maybe that would be good. Do you think you can do slow mode in shared chat? I did see that someone called you a degenerate, Pika, and then he denied it. That's definitely not true. He's a degenerate. He's a full-on gooner. Pika Choke me says gooner in all caps. Yes. Yes. If there's an anime with panty shots in it, he knows about it. And he's probably seen it. He's a fucking gooner, bro. Like 100%. Ain't no way. Pikachu me says, I always think of that 21 Pilot song. I'm a gooner, somebody catch my breath. What? Zero says his favorite anime is High School DxD, clearly. I don't know if that's his favorite, but he's definitely seen every episode. Pikachu me says, see, the joke is, he says goner, not gooner. I'm a goner. Somebody catch my breath. I don't think I know that 21 Pilot song. Oh, hey, look. A clue to her. I think we're just gonna like reset because I'm just never gonna be able to catch up with chat unless we reset. Pikachu says, my only regret is that they didn't finish it. The manga is better because more plot. Not only did he watch the anime, he also read the manga. That tells you all you need to know, really, be honest. Pikachu says, just don't reset. If I don't reset, I'll never see what chat says, dude. Zero says, looks like the default anime style from 2016 now as opposed to 1 to 3 very late 2000s aesthetic. However you spell that. It starts with an A at the start. Wait. And Zero says, I dislike when they changed the art style in season 4. And Pikachu says, yeah, when Panaman left, it was over. Okay. I'm sure that means something to someone. I mean, I understand the idea of the art style changing, but I don't know who the fuck that guy is. Pikachu says, I think he left PMANG, whatever that is, / the S4 project. So I'm guessing that you're saying some animation director no longer worked either at that company or at least on that project, and as a result, the entire art style shifted. That's not surprising at all. That's pretty common, I think. If an animation director ever leaves, it's going to look different after, just because that's the person who usually like makes things look the same. That's what their job is. Zero says 45 minutes left. I heard someone's phone buzz. What? You didn't hear my phone buzz. If my phone buzzed, it wouldn't sound like a buzz. It would sound like the world fucking exploding. It would sound like fucking like it would not be quiet at all. Yeah, if my phone went off right now, it would be like obnoxious. Like you would not be thinking it was a buzzing. You would think that I just like dropped like 47 coins onto my desk or some shit. It would not be quiet at all. He could choke me. Says PMANG was like the company that made S4 or its publisher or something. Okay, I assumed S4 was season 4, but I don't even know if that's true. Pikachu says, wait, this dude died? What the fuck? Wow. Imagine complaining about the art style changing when the person who was like keeping the art style the same literally fucking died. What do you want from him? Oh, can't you just live until you finish this show that I want a goon to? Fucking selfish bastard. Oh my god. Imagine. Also, why is my prayer not reset? All right, let me scroll up. I think I only started missing messages when Pika showed up. Pikachu says the engine is made out of engine. I'm so glad I scrolled up for that. And then he said Nissan instead of a Nissan, like a car, like an older brother, like a way that you will refer to your older brother. And then he said Nya with 5 A's. Damn, I really came back for the heat, huh? You guys were missing out on like the primo content over here. Wait, did I miss literally any other messages in that? Zero System engine is made out of engine. That is true. It's true. Can't be upset with that part of it. It's everything else actually that was upsetting to me. Beatrice says, yeah, well, a lot of women have complimented me and talked to me about it, so get fucked. I don't know if that's supposed to be a flex, because let me tell you something. If women just stopped me in my life to talk to me, it would stress me the fuck out. Like, my life would not be better for that. It would be so dramatically worse. Zero says, my Honda Accord is really rare setup, so usually when people see or hear it, I get a ton of questions and offers to buy it. That's actually pretty awesome. Pikachu says, I thought you were like this degen. I am like that, yes. Zero says, you're very new to waiting until things turn green and clicking on them. Let me counter what you said, Zero, with a simple comparison, right? All you have to do in a rhythm game is hit the notes that you see on screen in time with the music. That's all you have to do. Why don't you get every note perfectly? All you have to do is hit the notes that you see. Don't you see the notes there? That's all you have to do is hit them. It doesn't work that way, brother. It's not that easy. Zero says slow mode wouldn't do anything since everyone in chat is VIPs. I don't know if that's how that works. Okay. I think I'm mostly caught up now. I'm also surrounded by fucking chinchampas. Pikachu says, also, I realize now that I'm talking about something completely different. You meant the art style changed in the season 4 of High School DxD. I thought you meant the art style changed in season 4 of League, a video game that was around back in the old ages. Oh. Yeah, I do know that the art style in League did change dramatically in season 4, but I thought we were talking about High School DxD the whole time. I didn't think that League had anything to do. Why did you think he was talking about League? What the fuck? Pikachu says it was the Nissan thing that you didn't read. I was like, Panda hates me. I didn't read the other thing too. I read everything that I didn't read. You're good now. You're square. Took me a while, but I did catch up. Beatrice says, we know you're scared of women, LOL. I'm not though, so for me it's a positive. Oh, okay. You just made it sound like it was a thing that was like some kind of a flex, as if like I should be jealous. But maybe I just was misreading that. Pikachu says, oh yeah, well I read a romance manga recently. And the female protag made me feel cool and fuzzy inside. That is pretty good actually. Beatrice has dropped the name Smelly. No, God, now I have to read fucking Japanese. Pikachu says, Madaka Kuroiwa? Kuroi, I guess. Kuroiwa. Is impervious to my charms. Beatrice says, of course it's a gooner. Is it? Pikachu says, oh, the game is called S4 League. Oh, so it's not season 4 of League of Legends. There's just a game called S4 League. I see. Pikachu says, it's not even gooner, it's totally cute. Beatrice says, you said something about the Fiat and get fucked. So that's why I responded with get fucked back. So I probably interpreted that way because you said get fucked, but that was just an escalation as a result of, not even an escalation, that was you meeting me at my escalation, is what you're saying. That's fair. You were just matching my energy. I said get fucked because Zero wouldn't work on your car though. Like, it's not exactly tit for tat, but you know, whatever, it's fine. Like, I wasn't roasting your car. I was saying get fucked that he won't work on it for free. Like, that wasn't even all right, but like, whatever, I guess it's fine. Beatrice's banter, how dare you banter in my fucking presence. Hey Asa, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? Any news? Saw that you were playing RuneScape, but I wasn't able to hang out because I literally was starting stream. I think you went live like a minute before I did or some shit. Is this manga Gunner or not, Beatrice? You said it was Gunner. Fuck! You said it was Gunner, but did you like say that because you were making fun of him or because it's actually Gunner? Asa says, I crashed out and ended up doing clues. You crashed out and did some of the worst content I can think of? What the fuck is wrong with you? Love yourself, dude. Jesus. Pikachu says it's not even Gunner. Beatrice is one of the tags is Ekji. That doesn't mean that it's Gunner necessarily. That might just mean that it has like some moments. Gunner's like it's got like mostly nothing but, you know? Asa says, I died a lag. Can I send the clip? You can't post it in this chat now. Sorry, dude. I don't have links on my shit. Pikachu says, there's like 2 panty shots in the entire series, and that's super low. That is pretty low. Yeah, no. Asa says, unlucky, probably my fault, to be honest. Jesus, dude, are you okay? No, I just don't like fucking bots posting shit. Though usually nowadays it's not that much of a problem, but I've had it off for so long, I actually don't know how much it's actually doing. Like, I haven't seen someone post something that became stars in a very, very long time. I fucking hate those bots, though. Fucking bastards. Also says, did you hear of the tick manipulation using Soul Flare Horn? No. Is Soul Flare Horn the new thing from Yama?
Yes.
Also says, so it's a one-click tick manipulation action.
Oh.
Weird. Clicking special attack once is the same as using tar or herb or knife on a log. Weird. Just, you only have so much spec energy is the downside, I guess. Soul Flare Horn, huh? Asa says, no, the spec isn't immediate. So your character like channels it, but doesn't spend the spec. Really? So it doesn't even have a downside? And it also saves an inventory slot? That's crazy. Well, it saves an inventory slot for me. I guess it's worse for other tick manipulation stuff because having it be in your inventory rather than equipped is like different, right? Like sometimes you would rather it be equipped, sometimes you would rather it be in your inventory. In this case, I'm using a Din's Bulwark, but I don't have to, right? I could use anything else. Asa says, I think the downside is in the wilderness is an extra item. Yeah, but I have a bunch of slots. I'm using 2 of them right now, and I wouldn't even need to use the Din's Bulwark necessarily. Though I think that using the Din's Bulwark is probably good. Why is this guy so fucking close to me? What is he doing? Like, why can't you be just like further away from here? Like, I don't have a problem with you like being here, but like, I feel like you're a little close to my shit, dog. Asta says, yeah, probably easier only for fishing. Your cursor might be better in that inventory space. Yeah, maybe. It's like far. Because I do have to use my inventory anyway. So it probably wouldn't actually help me here. I mean, like I can definitely go. Like, you can navigate that much space, but I don't think it's like better. Pikachu says he just wants to know he's not alone in the wilderness. Fuck, man. Maybe I should switch just because apparently I'm fucking dog shit. But yeah, no, he can see me on his map. He's the white dot, and I'm the other white dot. You know what I mean? Like, we can be together without being like near each other. Shit. I should probably leave soon. Damn, full house. If this guy moves over, that'd be sad, but I'm okay with it. I only packed up to deposit my money. Process is, I meant not only for fishing, but the classic method might be better for hunter because the action you're tick manipulating is also in the inventory. Yeah, exactly. That makes sense to me as well. Did I misspell soul flare? Horn. Soul flame horn. Oh, it's not terribly expensive. I could definitely get one of those. Maybe I'll try it one day. For now, I'm trying to get this down. Just why do I even bother? That was a little slow. But for now I'm just trying to get this method down, and eventually I want to learn the other better method, but I just can't do the one tick version straight up. I just can't do it. I have to get used to this and hope that I can do it later. It's just not possible, I don't think, for me. And as a result, I'm not really trying to complicate this part of it. I'm just trying to do this for like, I don't know, 10 hours or something like that. And after I have a few hours of this under my belt, I can probably transition to something that's a little more complicated. Especially since my understanding of this is much better now. Mostly in that I understand how the movement works now. I need to move these fucking chins, dude. They're like so in my fucking way. Like even just things being one inventory spot away from where they are supposed to be fucks me up. So yeah, I definitely don't think I'm gonna switch to the horn, even if it is better. Just because like doing that in one tick is gonna be, I mean, it's not impossible, right? It's far from impossible, but it's definitely gonna be its own learning curve. And then I'd also have to switch weapons whenever I get PK'd, or presumably just don't get PK'd, I guess is the ideal. It's like just don't bring the Din's Bulwark because you just simply don't need it. But I don't know if that's realistic. So far it is though. I had one guy splash on me today, and that's it. It's literally all that's happened. I got a little bit wet. Beatrice is okay. I guess this manga is kind of cute. Damn. Even Beatrice's cold, cold heart has been thawed by this romance manga. She thought it was Gunnar, but instead it was wholesome. Beatrice says, let's not go that far. No. It didn't thaw my cold, cold heart. I'm definitely still cold-hearted. All right, if you insist. Excuse me. Sorry. Thought you were enjoying yourself. My bad. Oh, can you please? This fucking guy, dude. I fucking hate this game. I fucking hate this game. Get this shit out of my life, man. Why are you here? I fucking hate you. I'm trying to be fucking optimal. Could you please fuck off? He's like blocking my vision and shit. my homie over there doing? Looks like he's just regularly doing the chinchappas. This is definitely a lot more effort than what he's doing. But there is some gain to be had. My rate was fucking miserable when I tried to just do chinchompas regularly. It was like fucking 60k or some shit. It was fucking actually terrible. I'm getting more than double that now. I don't know that he's...
Yeah? D&D starting up.
Okay, I'll talk to you later, Saku.
Bye.
Later, man. But, I don't really know what his rate is actually, because I imagine I was also just like very, very new to it. And like, even with, or even without the tick manipulation, you can still move better than I was doing. So probably like 90k is more than possible with no manipulation whatsoever. But I don't know if he's getting that much value. It's hard to say. To me, if I wanted it to be, well, I guess you get a good amount of money, but if I wanted to like do this in a chill way, I think you would just do herbivore instead. I think herbivore is just a better training method than this is, unless you're sweating. Misclicks, dog. It's not even misclicks, just brain not working good. Speaking of brain not working good, I do need to eat something today as well. And as much as I would love to have lasagna, that shit takes like 3 fucking hours to cook. So I think we're gonna do something faster, if a little more difficult. Actually, all right, so I made my peanut butter and jelly rice yesterday because I was, I don't know, too ambitious about how much food I was going to eat, I guess. I think my diet, or not diet, I think my appetite is actually like reducing pretty dramatically as of late. I used to eat way more than I do now. Like way more. Probably like 2 or 3 times as much. It wouldn't be surprising to me at all if like I get to the point where I can't even eat an entire pizza by myself anymore. I think I'm still around there, but it's hard to say. I wonder if there's any cause for that. Imagine my appetite is tied to like activity in some way. And I'm certainly not like sick or anything. Do you think that your appetite changes seasonally? Is that which is your mood maybe? It definitely does affect how much I eat. But usually it's whether I eat or not. That's like the biggest impact my mood would have on my diet, I think. I also eat way worse like way less frequently and usually less food when I have like basically fresh groceries or whatever, because there's just so much stuff. And like figuring out how to like cook stuff, it's like not. Like I'm probably going to stop getting fresh produce because it's like genuinely undue stress on my fucking body. Like it's actually like a problem that I like can't solve very well. I've tried a few different things, but it's like fuck it. You know what's easier than that? Just literally microwaving shit. Like I would rather eat unhealthily and be able to like fucking live consistently. Because that's the zero sum game. Like I've definitely asked for advice on it and it hasn't amounted to literally nothing. You know what I mean? It's one of those situations where it's like the only way, the only actionable choice I think is just live easier, do less, live more. Which is fine. It's not like I'm terribly unhealthy to begin with, right? Well, I wasn't. Now I probably will be, but that's okay. Sandwiches, yeah, I eat mostly frozen stuff. I think that's pretty common. And it's not like frozen stuff is like innately bad for you, but there's like, you know, a lot of frozen shit that is like high sodium or whatever. But like salt is one of those things, is like, it's definitely like in quotes bad for you, but like as far as I can tell, the like science like, you know what I mean, the research on that shit is like highly fucking dubious. Like everyone and their mother, as far as like, you know, medical inquiries or whatever go, health inquiries go, they're like, salt is bad for you, let's do a study that proves that salt is bad for you, and the result of the study is it might maybe be bad for you. You know what I mean? Like it's always a fucking shrug. Like people are out here maliciously trying to say that salt is actually bad, and like the studies are like consistently inconclusive, which to me means like salt is probably fine. Like probably don't go crazy, but like other than that, it's like probably straight up just fine. Whereas like, you know, sugar being bad for your teeth and all that kind of shit, like that's like slam dunks. You know what I mean? Like literally no problems going through in the, you know, in a scientific, in an actual measurable perceivable way, proving those claims. So it's probably just like not something I need to be worried about anyway from like a health perspective at all. This guy's been here the whole time, I think. I think he's got like probably 600K. I'm not about to PK him though. That's his business, not mine. Dude. Wait, were those 4 traps all set off by that same Chinchompa? What a fucking bastard. Doesn't this Chinchompa know that as far as I'm concerned, I'm giving him a nice forever home on the GE? I'm going to sell him to the highest bidder who will presumably love him and care for him and treat him with respect. Presumably. I don't know. It's none of my fucking business. Certainly not going to use him like a hand grenade. Savage says you're not going to max range with black chins. Me? Almost certainly not. Red chins are probably more than enough. I don't see spending all of that money. Like selling these black chins and buying red chins seems like it's going to be like, it's like a difference of like maybe 40 minutes or whatever and several million gold or whatever. I feel like the difference is not going to be rate wise that big, but the difference price wise is going to be pretty dramatic. I'm not sure. I'll look at it later. You know what I mean? Actually do the cost assessment to see. But my intuition definitely says like there's literally no reason to use black chins. Savage says, oh yeah. I kind of figured, but not sure, right? Black chins are definitely answer for Kree though. If you're gonna use black chins anywhere, that's gonna be it. That's the one. It's not the only way to kill Kree, but I don't know. I don't even know if there is a best way to kill Kree. The best way to kill Kree is to buy Armadillion plate off of the GE. Is that all Kree has? Armadillion plate? I think it's the Armadillion set plus Armadillion hilt. What else? I think that's it, right? Same with like Bandos. Bandos has just the armor set plus the hilt. I think that's right. What a fucking terrible boss. It's like strictly necessary for basically best in slot ranged. I think it is literally best in slot range. Masori's just straight up better than Crystal Armor, I think. But they are like competitors, to be fair. I would say actually it's similar to Virtus and Ancestral in a way. Because like Ancestral is definitely better unless you're using ancient magic, in which case Virtus is obviously better in every possible way, I think. Savage says it all sucks. For Kree, yeah. I haven't done all the different methods, but you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where it's like, do I need to put my hands on it to know that it's bad? I think we can all know. Or I can know that it's not good. Let me put it that way. You know what I'm saying? The fact that there's 4 different methods that they try to suggest to you to do Kree is in and of itself an indication of how rough it's going to be. It's like, listen, None of this is good, but you can pick your poison here. There isn't an obvious best because it's all fucking suffering. Turtles all the way down. I said the word suffering, so Beatrice obviously weighs in. Says nice. Thank you for the hydrate, Beatrice. You think Ninja bought the name Ninja from someone else on like Twitch? Or do you think that he just happened to get the name Ninja like super early on? Like fucking, I don't know, 15 years ago, he got the name Ninja on Justin.tv or whatever. I think it's pretty common for, especially like partner channels, to end up with their name being like, I don't know, a simplified version of their name. Like removing like the VTs and TTVs type shit. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's like correlation, you know what I mean? Or if that's like actually cause, like Twitch is like, oh no, you're a partner. We're going to try and, you know, clean a space for you to exist with your name. Since you're like somehow big dick on campus, we're going to make sure. I mean, that is like, I was reading the actual benefits of being a partner. That is kind of like one of the things that it was saying. It's like, yeah, no, we've got like a support team. It's a little weird to me. So it's a little weird and more than a little vague as well. I was like, not sure what exactly it is that what the benefits of being a partner are. Because like, it's like, oh yeah, no, as a partner, you could get like bits and you can have people subscribe to you and you could have custom subscription badges. And I'm like, dog, do you know what your affiliate program does? Like, are you familiar at all with like what that shit does? It's like, oh, well, if partner isn't right for you, try to be an affiliate. And I'm like, so you guys just wrote this article by copying and pasting it mostly. I guess I could like literally put it up next to. Okay. I could put it up like literally next to the affiliate page, I imagine, and see what like actually is different. White line the text that is actually different. But it didn't seem like it actually had substantial benefits, I'm going to be honest. I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah. It was someone in Pikachu chat. It was like looking at, you know, the Twitch milestones or whatever. And when you start streaming, it's like, oh, yeah, here's a milestone. Here's a milestone. Like very achievable things. Like, oh, yeah, you should try and do this. You should, you know, try and reach 10 concurrent viewers or something, right? And then it was like, oh yeah. So the path to affiliate, you need, I think it's 50 followers, 3 concurrent viewers on average, and like 3 streams in a week or something like that. Something like that. Or maybe it's like 6 streams in 3 weeks or something, regardless. And it's like, okay, good job becoming an affiliate. You did it. All right, now for a partner, you need to stream 7 times in 25 days. You need to stream fucking 20 hours in that same amount of time. I want to say something like that. Oh, and also you need 75 concurrent viewers. It's like, why are the other 2 requirements even fucking there at this point? Like one of those things is like way more. Way more. It's like, okay, yeah, sure. I mean, obviously you don't want to count somebody who gets like 1 big raid on the same way in the same level, but like my brother in Christ, very, very different. Oh, hey, Jesse. Did you remember to download Marvel Rivals? I slurred my words a little bit, but I'm also tired, to be fair. And the sun's in my eyes, and you know, with the angle of the sun, Mercury's in retrograde. Chazzy says I did not uninstall. Beatrice says, aren't you always tired? Not always, just usually. Sometimes I'm not. I ended up staying up late yesterday because I ran out of clips for the daily uploads. And I only really needed to do like 1 or 2 for today and tomorrow. But I had actually like a pretty big backlog of them that I could like line up and set up. So now I'm good until July 15th, something like that. So I did like way more clip. It's not really editing. It's like baby editing or whatever. Editing for dummies, you know, for a while, probably 2 or 3 hours. Some of that I like was eating food as well anyway. So like wasn't really me staying up extra. Chuzzy says, will the rat be joining us? That's a good question. I'm pretty sure he downloaded Marvel Rivals just for this. But there's no telling. Anything could happen. He says yes, but anything could happen. What if England like got up out of the water, rolled over, right? And then just rolled away on its Ferris wheels? Then he probably wouldn't be streaming with us. He'd probably be pretty busy. I think that would be a pretty life-altering experience for him. Jesse says, we're pretty dead. Dying is a life-altering experience. Oh, hey, we leveled up. And that means we're officially halfway to finishing Hunter. Which means that we've gathered like 10%, I would say. Something like 10% of how much experience we need. So we're halfway done. We need to do this for 9 times as long, I would guess. Juzzy says, is it possible to be busy being dead? Is it possible to be available when you're dead? What do you mean? You're the most busy you'll ever be when you're dead. You can't possibly do anything else. What do you mean by that? Like, actually, what are you trying to say right now? And then you're gonna have a whole bunch of new projects when you die? Certainly not any living projects. Maybe in another world. Chuzzy says, I mean, I suppose. No, so now you believe in ghosts All right. Well, if ghosts exist, then do animals get ghosts? Is it just us? Jesse says ghosts could be busy. What? Chuzzy literally just went from the argument, is it possible to be busy being dead, to ghosts could be busy. She like fully switched which side you're on. Beatrice's cats definitely become ghosts just out of spite. That's crazy. Especially since most cats don't have anything to be spiteful about. They're like, you didn't give me as much attention as I wanted, therefore I'm going to haunt you. You gave me all the food and water and medical care and love that you could possibly give me, but it wasn't enough, so I'm gonna haunt you. You didn't do good enough. Sorry, idiot. Wait, what? Chuzzy says, well, if you're not a ghost, you're not busy if you're dead. Unless busy doing nothing counts. What is the opposite of busy, Chuzzy? Hold on, she wanted to weigh in on the cat conversation first. Chuzzy says, cats be like, you fed me 10 minutes late once, now you'll never hear the end of it. It's not even about being late. Cats suck at telling time. Beatrice says, be nice to Chuz. What part of that was mean? I just said that she wanted to weigh in on the cat conversation first. The fuck? Because he says the opposite of busy is free or unoccupied, I suppose. So you think that everyone who's dead is free and unoccupied? Is that correct? Is that a fair statement? Chuzzy says indeed. That's very interesting to me. I don't think I agree with you fundamentally. Which does mean that there's no point in talking any further on it. So, fair enough. To me, those words do not convey meaning, the meaning that you use. Beatrice says, well, you're finally free from working and taxes. Yeah, that's not the use of the word free that she's using, though. That's equivocation. Jesse says, I mean, what Bia Bun Bun says goes along with it, though. I sure did read that. All right. All right, later, Chuzzy. And occasionally, Jinchapas just present you with a break. Just a little bit of a resting period. Oh, I just realized my friend's gone. Shit. How long have they been gone? I was thinking that this is the center, because it kind of is. But actually, all three of these spaces are equally the center. From any of those three spaces, you can go to any other tile in the marked ones in one tick. That was weird. So I clicked on the box at first, and what ended up happening is I moved from here to here in one tick in like that night movement. Clue doer. I guess in theory somebody could try to kill me, but if there weren't a maxscape, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of risk for not a lot of benefit. Sure, it works as a hit point cape and an agility cape, but I don't think I would do combat in it. So looks like I'm consistently at around 136k. That's cool. It's still a little less than herbivore, but just a little less. And we still haven't learned anything new as far as techniques go. No, like grand techniques, I guess. Still doing the same overall method. I'm just much more optimized because I know how to move now. Which does mean that it's technically not the same method, I guess. 'Cause it's like, there's more to it than I thought there was. Oh no. It's okay. Canceled that a little early. And then I walked into the wrong place. I don't think it matters, though, in this case. I had nothing else going on anyway, so it doesn't matter if I walk slowly there, I don't think. I mean, it does in that the trap is down for longer, but... I mean, it didn't matter, right? Because we didn't trap anything in that case. I don't know. If it happened a few ticks sooner, maybe it would have been, or one tick sooner, maybe it would have been a different outcome. We only live in the reality where we will never know. Dude. That's fucking tragic. I think Zomboid just recently got animals added to the game. I think. I wonder if the trapping and the hunting in that game is any good. Because trapping right now has like been a skill for a long time, and I've never done anything with trapping before. And I can't imagine that it's good, but I'm curious if the addition of animals changed anything about it. Because trapping is one of those skills that's like, I mean, you don't really need anything in that game, to be honest. So I guess need isn't really a good way of thinking about it, but I would like to think that trapping is one of those skills that could be interesting and cool and maybe even good, especially in like a zombie survival game, you know, like trapping for hunting, right? For animals makes a lot of sense, but trapping for fucking zombies too, like you could do something there, maybe, sure, right? Why not? Do your fucking Home Alone type shit. Paint cans on swings on ropes. It'd be fucking awesome. Oh my, what are you doing, sir? Sir, if you don't get your shit together right now. Speaking of, I guess time to go. Certainly have enough money. We've been making a lot of money recently, by the way. God damn. This is definitely a money-making method. 2.6 mil so far. That's just today. Oh, it's more tar than we need, but whatever. Savage says, oh yeah, it's crazy money. I don't know if about crazy. It doesn't feel like crazy money. The way that I'm doing it, at least. We're talking 1.1 mil an hour, right? I guess it's crazy for skilling, for leveling a skill, maybe. Rogue's Castle, we were going like... Wasn't it like 2.4 mil? Something like that? Like double? I think it was. I think it was pretty close to, at least, to double. Maybe more even. Really? That might be an underestimate. But that doesn't mean that this is bad. That just means that that was like nuts, right? But that's also like fucking minimum effort, maximum profit. I'm fucking sweating my balls off over here, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is definitely not the same. What's that guy doing? You setting up shop? You just wanted to put down the one trap? Oh god, he forgot that he was missing his tick manipulation. Oh, did you hear, Savage? I just learned earlier from Asa about the soul flame horn, that tick manipulation item. It's obviously a little different in that it's like a piece of equipment that you spec with. And by virtue of that, I don't think it's like very compatible with what we're doing here, but it is definitely an interesting, different way of doing it. Savage says it sounds bad for chins. I kind of agree. I don't think you'd really want it here. But if you're really bad at fucking, or no, wait, no, if you're really good at fucking this up, wait, is that the same guy from before? I think he's using the same cape. Yeah, I think I recognize that guy. Same cape and same staff. Good lord, man. Why did I mash? I did it again. Oh no. I'm panicking. Part of it is like mouse control. Part of it is just extreme sleep deprivation. Trying to maintain consciousness. Whoops. Whoops. I was kind of surprised I woke up on time, to be honest. Early, even. Thankfully, it's not something that I dread. I probably wouldn't even stream if it was something that, like, inspired my anxiety in a way. Because, like, feeling anxious... I mean, obviously, cold take. Feeling anxious is pretty bad. But, like, it fucks up my whole shit. If I feel like I have to go somewhere, I'll have trouble sleeping the entire night before, and I'll wake up probably 2 or 3 hours early. Like, if I'm anxious about something, I mean, I'm certainly not going to be late, but I will not be well. I never really thought about that. Definitely, streams definitely could be something that would trigger my anxiety, but it doesn't work that way. I mean, you know, super early on, I was only streaming to Savage. It was just Savage and I. And by Savage and I mean it was me and Savage was quietly watching. Shout out to Savage, by the way. But and also like there was a few people that came around now and then, to be honest. Shout out to Taki saving my Mass Effect 2 playthrough. You have to shoot the glass for, I forget what her name is, but the thieves loyalty mission. Otherwise, it's basically a soft lock, just so you know. Like, that's all you have to do is shoot the glass. It's very easy. Like, you have your gun in your hands. I just didn't know. It didn't look like shootable glass. You know what I mean? It didn't have yellow paint on it. So I didn't know what I was supposed to do. And to be fair, I think that the game was also like, hey, you're sneaking around. You're trying to do stealth stuff. So try not to like draw attention to yourself, right? And you like kill a dude, right? And I guess the implication of killing that dude is supposed to be, hey, since you killed that guy, shooting glass probably won't make enough noise to like distract from the party that's happening. But I'm like, yeah, but the glass was like, the window was like there, right? When I was killing the guy. And if I break the glass, then it will no longer be there to like dampen the noise of me shooting someone. So like, I don't feel like I agree. This is definitely a clue doer. Excuse me. Excuse me. I don't mean to interrupt your like clue thing. I'm just trying to do my chinchompas. All right, have a good time. Good luck. Wonder what the most like most accurate regular attack is in the game. It's got to be the Fang, right? Because it rolls accuracy twice. This, I guess, a more interesting question would be the most accurate spec that isn't guaranteed to hit, which is the Void Waker. I guess that would be a more interesting question because the Fang spec is pretty accurate, but I think the Dragon Claws and Burning Claws are also like pretty accurate the way that they work. I think the Burning Claws roll 3 attacks and the Fang rolls 3 as well. It just has non-reduced max hit as well. I just think that the Fang is a better weapon than the Burning Claws. I don't know if the Dragon Claws are better than the Fang. Probably not. I mean, almost definitely not as far as like stats go, or else you would use the Dragon Claws as a slash weapon, just like non-spec, right? But I think there's an extra accuracy roll on the Dragon Claws that the Fang doesn't get. Like it's 4 on the Dragon Claws. You wouldn't know that from when I used the Dragon Claws though, because I was using them against Vorkath with like 70-ish combat or whatever. So I was just not gonna hit. There's just no way. Which is part of the reason why I enjoyed the Burning Claws so much, because when I got the Burning Claws, my combat was so much higher, I could actually fucking land them against Vorkath. You also get an extra Burning Claw spec. So even if you did miss one of them, you would get an extra one. But I imagine that the burning claws are noticeably less accurate than the dragon claws, but I'm not sure. Could be that you just land your specs no matter what, if your combat's axed anyway. I don't really need to recover all the traps, to be honest. Not a huge deal, but I don't know. Something about me wants to recover the traps every time I leave. I can't explain it. It's like cleaning up my campfire. Maybe somebody will show up and they want to use my spot. It's like, it's not my spot when I'm not there. I don't know. Hmm. Savages, I feel you've been parking cars in Foxhole for the last hour. I misread that. He says, I feel you. I've been parking cars for the last hour in Foxhole. So, like, it's just important for you to be like, this is where this goes, I imagine is what you're saying. You're like, nah, man. That's not where that's supposed to go. Let me move this car for you. Let me put, let's arrange the cars in this parking lot so that it's by color and by size. Savage says it's just a mess. It was a mess, but you fixed it, so it's fine now. That game's amazing for those of you with OCD and too much time on your hands. You just enter the game and you're like, oh my god, and you just fix like everything for somebody and they're like, oh wow, it's a little nicer now, huh? That's like, that's as much gratification as you get from anyone else. They're just like, oh yeah, okay, cool. It's just fair. I don't know what more you would really expect. Savage says, yeah. Savage says that your level in Foxhole is like a button people can use on you. I don't think I understand. I read it twice to make sure I didn't misread it, and I think that's correct. Savage says it's like Reddit. Is it possible that I understand less somehow? Somehow you made it worse. I don't know. I don't know how you did that. I went from I don't think I understand to I'm sure I don't understand. That's crazy. Oh. Savage says, well, don't skip a message. That's fair. Look, man, I told you I was real tired, man. I'm doing my best, all right? Shit. Okay. Savage says, if you do something good or cool, they give you a like. Oh, I think I understand. Savage said that your level is something that you can use like a button, or that people can use on you like a button. So basically, your level in the game, Savage is saying, is equivalent to like Reddit gold, right? If you get enough updates in the game, your level goes up. Your level is directly proportional to your updates, which is like a soft indicator of how much of a good guy you are to the team or whatever. Or at least it's a soft indicator of how much other people appreciate you, I guess. Is it a soft indicator of that? I think it's a pretty hard indicator of how much people appreciate you. Like, short of gaming the system, like, I don't know if you could have a better indicator of how much people like directly appreciate your contributions than how many updates they give you. I guess it would depend on how it's integrated into the game, because if it's inconvenient, not really. And if it's just like an expected thing, a standard order thing, like in League of Lego back in the day, you would like honor all of your opponents all the time. Like, unless your opponent was like fucking actually shit, you would honor them. Oh god. It's the trauma. It's the sound of trauma. Savage says there's a pop-up if you deliver items, so that's your best bet. Interesting. So it's a soft indicator of how many times you've delivered items. You can get it other ways, but like realistically, that's what you're doing. We should probably. Oh, he left. Oh, no, he didn't. I just ran too far away from him. Wait, did he? Wait, what's happening? Hold on. Oh, no, he's gone. Okay. Sorry, I was playing peekaboo with him at that point. It's like, I mean, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Savage says most people hate the Uber part of the game. I guess I love it. Of course you do. Of course you've played games that are just that. Of course you love that part of the game. It's like all the upsides that you get in like an asynchronous single player game, and you also give people stuff that they actually genuinely would appreciate. And there's also like no strings attached, right? Like there's no sense of responsibility probably. So like it's like, hey man, do you want people to appreciate the thing that you're doing in this game by doing something that you would do anyway? Like it's all wins. Savage says it's so good. It's like those games, but I'm helping people have fun. Yeah, exactly. Like it's literally like, imagine if your like hyperfixation was like opening beer bottles or something. You know what I mean? Like if the thing that you love to do more than anything else was open beer bottles, like people would fucking love you. Like you just hang around places where people forget their bottle openers, or even just do it in a way that's compelling to them or whatever. They would be like, yes, it's the beer bottle opening guy. Let's fucking go. The only thing I know about him is that he opens beer bottles, but it's fucking perfect. I love him. So this guy just showed up, saw two of us here, and didn't do anything. What's up with that? Right? Isn't that weird? Like, I get him looking at me and being like, nah, I don't want to kill a guy with Din's Bulwark. But he looked at that guy and he was like, nah. I mean, that guy's got stuff too. Like, don't get it twisted. He's got stuff, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he's not going to attack me or that guy, then who is he going to attack? What is he looking for? Bots? You know, despite all the trauma, so great song. How much money do you think that guy has? Also, what do you think about Din's Bulwark as my item versus like Spectral Spirit Shield or whatever, right? Because like this way, I have like good magic defense because of the black d'hide and good everything else defense. My magic defense isn't amazing, to be clear. Could probably be substantially better, but I don't know if I can like make it substantially better without giving up the Din's Bulwark. Savage says it's good with black d'hide. I agree. Savage says that's what I use. Yeah, but like I also have like one, I guess, really whole slot that I'm not using at all right now. Here, I could show you. So like my magic defense isn't actually all that high. My range defense is ballin'. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess it kind of is what it is, right? If my magic defense is like on the lower side, if I'm praying magic, like it's probably fine. And if my range defense is so good, like they're gonna attack me either in magic or range. They hardly ever melee you. They definitely can melee you, but they hardly ever do. Savages, I use the slots to keep my hide on death. Damn. He's like, nah, man, you ain't getting shit from me. I need that 4K. True. Based. Savage says it just saves time. Yeah, true. I mean, sort of. If you have to bank anyway, I don't know if clicking the hide is that big of a difference, to be honest. Because I definitely would in this case, right? Being that I need the traps. They're not going to give me back my traps. You know what I'm saying? Which, by the way, do you know what's better than killing someone who's doing like black salamanders? Taking one of their ropes. That's way better. That's way better than PKing them. Just like when they're like busy doing something or whatever, you just like come in and snipe one of their ropes. Fucking got him, dude. They're like, no. No. Please. It's like, if you didn't want me to get the rope, you shouldn't have let the fucking trap despawn, idiot. I don't know how quickly the rope appears on the ground, but if when the trap expires, it immediately is accessible by other players, then that would be pretty no! That'd be pretty fucking awesome. I don't even think I would be mad. I think that would just be too funny to me. It's like explicitly griefing, but it's very funny, so it's fine. Them's the rules, right? If it's funny enough, I'm not bothered by it. I do like that when I'm doing Black Chinchampas, I have Black Chinchampas. So if a PKer attacks me at range, I can indeed throw my Black Chinchampas at that motherfucker. You can just fucking make it fucking hail on that motherfucker. Like, oh, you're trying to take my shit? Well, enjoy hand grenades, idiot. I almost killed a guy too. Once. He lived for sure. He had like food and stuff, but like, if he didn't have food, he would have died, I think. Savage says, do I have any imp boxes? I certainly fucking don't. I could do that, but like, nah. You know what I mean? Like, nah. Savage says, those are nice here, but don't save you time. Feels good though. I guess if I like got teleblocked, it would be pretty good, but I don't think that they work if you're already in combat, right? If they did, that would be fucking awesome. Just keeping an inbox on me at all times just for a dude that shows up. But there's no way. Like, everyone would do that. Like, as soon as I get teleblocked, it's like, okay, well, goodbye, imp. Be free. Savage says it's just nice banking and going right back to it. Yeah, no, I got you. I get the appeal. I'm good on that. That's just an extra thing. ain't nothing but a thing. Oh, look at this guy go. He's finally had enough. He's like, nope, I'm not risking this much money. Savage says, I just had 1K of them to fuck with scammers. That's awesome. It's a lot of work, but fair enough. How much money do you think you've gotten from scammers? Like lifetime on your account, Savage? And how much money have you lost to scammers as well? Savage is not much, like 120 mil gained. That's pretty good. It's about how much I have. Savage says, I never lost money to scammers in OSRS. Damn, nothing, huh? Savage says, maybe as a kid, though. Sure. I don't think I ever lost money to a scammer in RuneScape. Definitely not since I started playing recently, but I don't think I ever lost money in general. I didn't play a lot, though, and I was only in free-to-play as well. Savage says it's kind of easy. Just don't give them money. Yeah, true. And I'm just locked the fuck in right now. I'll never understand why I like this more than Herbivore. I'll never understand it. There's definitely a conversation there though, because it's like, it's not as simple as like, I like being active, because I like automation as well. I like things to be efficient and, you know, easy and all that. But like, it depends. It just depends. There's so much. Because I remember I've had a conversation with someone about Final Fantasy 12, which very famously or perhaps infamously has a gambit system. And the idea behind the gambit system is that you have your party members, right? And generally the game is in real time, but every time you can roughly pause at any time that you want, but it's like a real time, like you charge up. You can think of it as like every character's charging up their ability to do something, and then when they get enough charge, they can do that action. They can perform that action. So it's ADB like there's in many, many different games, right? And many, many different Final Fantasy games. But nonetheless, in that game, you can specifically program the AI to some degree, so that you can have your companions other than yourself, or even yourself as well, like whichever character you're playing as. You can choose. You can only play as one character at a time, but you can switch between them at any time as well. But nonetheless, you can program them so that they like autonomously will do, you know, certain things based on like basically in order. Like there's a hierarchy of the commands. You know, they do the first thing as much as they can, and then if they can't do the first thing, they'll do the second thing, basically. And also it's like a bunch of like if then. So like if the enemy, or like, so say your allies don't have a buff, right? You could say, okay, well, the first thing you should do is make sure that we always have this protect buff and this shell buff, right? So whenever that buff runs out, they'll automatically recast it, for example, right? Very simple. But also you could be like, okay, if the enemy's weak to flying, use arrow instead of using fire, for example, right? And you can just program all these different ones, and you get more as you progress through the game as well. And I think that's a really cool system and a very fun system to use. But it does mean that you're not playing the game in a way. Like you're not microing every, you know, AI, every one of your companions' actions. And like to some degree, like I get how that's like playing the game less, but for the most part, in my mind as well, like the stuff that you're telling them to do generally is just like busy work anyway. Like it's just saving you inputs as well. So, but I can see both sides, right? I can definitely see where someone's like, well, why would you want the game to play itself? Like at some point, you're not even playing the video game. You're just watching the video game be played, which is true. But also, like, how much do I need to input, you know, attack 400,000 times over the course of the game? Like, just attacking the dude that's near me is like fine. Like usually that's going to be correct anyway. Oh shit. Don't go back in there with your 400,000 gold. All right, one of these, one of those. Drop these off. Savage says that there's more skill here. I did lose the thread a little bit, but I'm sure I agree with you. Oh, like doing this versus herbivore specifically is what you're saying? That's the context, I'm sure. Yeah. I don't know how much that matters. Because like, it definitely does matter, but I don't know how much it matters, right? Because like, I like the Rogue's Castle a lot, and how much skill was involved in that? Like fucking none, right? but that was like far and away my favorite thieving method. But then again, that's relative to Knights of Ardoin, which is like literally no skill involved as well, right? So I mean, maybe that's not a very good comparison because it's a relative thing. It's within any given skill. It's not just the method itself. But even then, like the method itself, Rogue's Castle, I think I do like more than Herbivore. It's just that that's a novel statement. It's not something that I had really directly compared before, but I do think I like Rogue's Castle more than Herbivore. Even though they're fundamentally the same thing, it's just that Herbivore you run further away, right? The chests are just closer together. Oh, and the chests are determinate, whereas Herbivore, you actually have to react to where the trail is taking you. Which you would think would make it more interesting, but not really for me. Savage says there's a lot more walking. Yeah, I think it ends up being the amount of downtime is what it is. So being more skilled is definitely a factor, but I think the amount of downtime is also a factor. Because I don't really like to do very much with downtime. Like the most downtime, like even like Soloseps, like while there is downtime when you are on the same tree for a long time, you still have to empty your inventory. Like there's still some amount of something happening. But I am, in retrospect, kind of surprised how much I enjoyed Soloseps. That was a fine experience. I had no problem with Soloseps. I'd do Soloseps again any day. But I also liked Willows. I haven't done Willows in a very long time, which means that I haven't needed to do Willows for, you know, like level 70 to 80, or like I was literally going from like level 30 to 40 or something like that. So it might be different when you do them longer, but I still have positive memories of Willows in fucking Trainer. And it's funny because I definitely, like back in the way back, was able to cut U's. But I remember getting the ability to cut U's and never playing the game again. And I don't know if that's because I got the ability to cut U's and I'm like, I'm done. Or if I got the ability to cut U's and I'm like, this is boring now. Because cutting U's is just less engaging. Because there's definitely the potential that that's exactly what it was. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I was like, oh, I finished my goal, I'm done, but it was I don't find this content as engaging as the other thing. Savage says you can get better at Willows. Chins, you know, Irby not so much. You can get better at Willows? Like just better at like banking, I guess. Maybe you didn't mean to say Willows. Maybe I was talking about Willows and you just like typed Willows on accident. Savage says, yeah, banking is most... Oh, the most experience loss that you could get from Willows is from banking? Sure. I imagine it's really easy now, to be honest, because you can just like lock your slots or whatever. Remember, like even before, because like you don't need to keep anything in your inventory, right? What would you even have in your inventory? I think it's literally just optimally pressing the deposit. No, don't touch my butt. Don't touch my butt. Don't do it. Oh, hey, what's up, dude? Can I move? Oh, there we go. Oh, God, the Void Waker's back. Oh, God, the Void Waker's back. I ran out of prayer. That's fine. Oh wait. Just these. My chops might still be there as well. They were, but I didn't make it in time to save them. So that works for me. Dude, could you, like, please fuck off? Oh my god, bro. The fucking random events in this place are fucking miserable, dude. There's so much micro here. Like, I really cannot have just a random NPC that wants me to interact with them following me around. They're always in the fucking way, dog. Actually, terrible. Oh, a clue to her. What's up, dude? Twoborn says the NPC just wants a hug. Well, he can definitely go fuck off, because do you know what I did? I fucking blew a raspberry at that motherfucker. That's what he gets. He doesn't get a hug. He gets a fucking raspberry blown right at his fucking dumbass Captain Pirate's hat. His name is Captain Arnov, but he's got a pirate's hat, I think. Probably should have started throwing the Chinchompas a little bit earlier. Not really, actually. When he was doing the ranged attacks, it was good to just like keep the Din's Bulwark, switch to range, but otherwise just keep the Din's Bulwark up and just wait. I think I wasn't frozen or ensnared at some point, and I was just kind of standing there for no reason. I'm not 100%, but I think that happened. I think the biggest problem there is that I like definitely ran out of prayer. But I was also like melting in fucking Spindel's shit, which is like, it is what it is. Like, that's the risk that you take. I forget how to leave Spindel's area. Because ideally, you do some shenanigans there. Some Scooby-Doo shit. Oh my fucking god, building this trap is killing me. I'm dying. Oh gosh. How's it going, Twoborn? Are there any big updates on ESO? I saw you were playing it recently, but I haven't been able to check in, and I really don't know that game that well. But I am curious if there's news, especially good news. I'm so bad at this game. Warren says, yeah, we got a new expansion earlier this month. Tuborn says that there's a new 12-man raid, which is loads of fun, with some interesting mechanics. Keep me busy as a tank. Oh, wow. Okay. That is excellent news, then. Where is the expansion? The expansions usually are, like, located somewhere, right? As well as a new zone to explore? Okay. So, I think the last place that I knew about as an expansion for ESO was, like, Blackreach. I think it's called Blackreach. It's the area under Skyrim, famously under Skyrim, like a big ass cave. I think it's actually bigger than Skyrim is though. And it's like not fully under Skyrim. It's like under Skyrim and some like neighboring territories as well. It's an island called Solstice, south of Blackmarsh. Okay, so I definitely wouldn't know anything about it because Blackmarsh is like definitely one of the areas, the locations in the Elder Scrolls universe that I know like the least about. In fact, ESO I think is one of the like main like data points, like sources of information about Blackmarsh. Same with Elsewhere, actually. So that's interesting. Solstice, huh? All right. Tuborn says, is the only game since Arena to even show Blackmarsh or Elsewhere. Yeah. You get some lore about those places, I think, in books, in other games, but like, you get, yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I totally agree with you. Like, as far as like the amount of information that we have about those locations are, it's like night and day with and without ESO. Tuborn says, yeah, some book lore in the other games for sure, but nothing like exploring them myself. Yeah, definitely. And Elsewhere also has all the different Khajiit. Well, the ESO in general has all the different kinds of Khajiit together for once. Whereas, like, I don't think you ever experience different kinds of Khajiit in any given game. You hear about them in Skyrim, but I think that even prior to Skyrim, I'm not even sure if it was a thing that was like canon. I know that it was definitely made canon in Skyrim, but before that, I'm not even sure that there were different Khajiit officially. Tuborn says, yeah, it's the only game with multiple fur stocks. Not what I would have called them, but all right. Sure. I'll allow it. We're just gonna ignore that one. No notes, no comment. Tuborn says, since Daggerfall. It's been canon that there were 16 first stocks in Khajiit. Thank Michael Kirkbride for that term. Yeah, no, I don't think I will thank him for that actually. But since Daggerfall, Daggerfall, that would be the second game. Arena, Daggerfall, Morrowind, I believe. Yeah, I know some stuff. I don't know nearly as much as somebody who's played ESO. If you play ESO and you read, you will know way more about Elder Scrolls than perhaps I ever will. Also, shout out to Mike the Liar. That is an extremely cool part of ESO. Newborn says Mike has been a fixture since Morrowind. The best recurring character. I don't know if he's technically recurring, but yeah. Because he's like not guaranteed to be like, he's literally a different first doc between the Morrowind and Oblivion, at least. You could maybe be the same guy in Oblivion and Skyrim, but definitely not Morrowind and Oblivion, right? Like you can't literally be recurring, right? T-Born says, yeah, he is. Okay, I'm sure, man. Beats me, dude. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't be the most unreasonable thing for him to be a different first doc from one game to the next if he's like literally the same person as well. Like being that this is the Elder Scrolls, right? Like I'm not gonna like say that's the limit of my suspension of disbelief. You know what I mean? But like Tuporn says Maik in Oblivion says his father was also named Maik. Yes, but his name is Maik the Liar. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be the guy, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that everything he says is a lie, but you get what I'm saying? Like but like come on, man. Like let's not pretend, you know, like he's definitely got some good information. But the only reason we know it's good information is because we can verify it in other places. Tuborn says, I loved him talking about multiplayer in Morrowind. Yeah. He had some good shit. Some jabs, if you will. Tuborn says, and saying the dragons are not dead, just invisible. Invisible and like flying in the upper atmosphere or whatever and stuff like that. He said a few different things. Yeah. And like, technically that's like not even theoretically wrong. Because like Parthenax is just like a thing. And there's a few other dragons as well that are just like around. I want to say like some of the Solstheim ones in Skyrim. There's the one in Blackreach, right? Like those guys are all just like still just around. Superborn says exactly, he's not technically wrong. Yeah, I'm not sure that he knew though. He might have just been lying. But like, yeah, I know a few things. Not a lot though. I'm pretty new to the greater lore, but I know enough to have a conversation. That's exactly how much I want to have. You know, that's how much knowledge I want to have. Tuborn says, oh, I know he was talking out of his ass for sure. You never know with him though. You never know. Doesn't he tell you about the crab merchant as well? Isn't he like, oh yeah, man. There's a guy that's like real good. You know, if I were you looking to trade, I would speak to a mud crab. It's like, oh yeah, no, that's great advice. Tuborn says that's the ideal amount of knowledge to have in every topic, just to be conversational, maybe. I know enough for someone who knows more to correct me. That's all I really want. Tuborn says, yes, I forgot he mentioned the mud crab merchant. Yeah, I feel like he did in Morrowind. So like he definitely does know some shit. That's not something that you would just make up. It's not something I would just make up. Maybe he's better at making shit up than I am. Which, by the way, the mud crab merchant is not something that I knew about until like last year or something. You know what I mean? I played a lot of Morrowind and I did not know about that shit at all. So if I did speak to Maik, which I think I did, if he mentioned that mud crab, I would have been like, yeah, okay, fuckhead. But like, oh no, that one was true. Tuborn says he also told you where to find the Molag Bal shrine. I'm not sure that I ever did the Daedric quests in that one. I know that I did from Oblivion onwards, because Morrowind was hard and I was stupid. I didn't understand about the idea of like the difference between attacking something and hitting something, if that makes sense. So it was like really hard for me to understand why I can't hurt anything. Oh, because your skills are too low. But I'm like, but I'm stabbing him. I'm doing the stab. He's getting stabbed. He's just not getting stabbed. Tim Born says, I found the mud crab by accident when I was 12. Very confused why when he talked to me at first. It's like, why is this mud crab talking to me? I mean, I don't think that's the thing that's confusing. I think the thing that's confusing is why the other mad crabs don't talk to you. T-Born says, yeah, the dice roll mechanics were not explained well. I don't know if they explained it at all, to be honest. I fully don't know if they explained to you how combat works in that game. I think they just got... No, no, don't touch my butt. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. He's like doing the fucking most over there. No, wait, I should be... well, I can't get rid of these in time. Oh my god, he's claw specking me. Yeah, that guy got a lot of money from me. Congratulations, well done. Is that the same guy as before? He doesn't say. T-Warren says, oh shit, don't die. Oh no, there's no surviving. Like, there's literally no way for me to survive. The only option is escape. All right, later, T-Born. Some new card game? All right, well, enjoy your new card game, I guess. We got a little time. You probably have to change worlds, though. Anything else? Wow. Look at how popular the sailing beta is. No, there's some people doing it at least. It's like, damn. What happened? I think my favorite part about Morrowind is there's an enchanted item that you can get right at the start of the game called the Boots of Blinding Speed. And they give you, I think, plus 100 speed and make you blind. But you can be Breton, which gives you resistance to like magic effects, which I think is specifically negative magic effects. So you can wear the boots and be, instead of completely blind, half blind, which basically just means like the center of your vision works, but the like your peripheral vision doesn't work so good, basically. And you can also like, you know, take the boots off at any time. It's pretty good. I like them a lot. You could almost think of them as like running shoes would work, but like, you know what I mean? Speed isn't just like movement speed though. It's also like how quickly you attack in combat. So they're pretty good. It's the biggest reason why I don't like playing Khajiit in those games, because I think in Morrowind specifically, maybe just Morrowind, Khajiit can't wear boots. Khajiit and Argonians, they're not allowed to wear boots or shoes. The first doc, as Tuborn informed us, is just not capable of it. I think in Oblivion, though, they changed that. And they kept that change in Skyrim as well. Honestly, I don't know how Khajiit in Skyrim and Oblivion differ. They're virtually the same as far as I can tell. They might be different, but I don't know what's different about them. I mean, they look different, right? But I don't know if there's like actual statistical differences in any way. Did we learn anything from that PKR? Is there anything new that we should consider? It's better to pray magic sooner, because if you do pray magic, even if they land teleblock on you, it'll last for half the duration. That didn't really matter in that case. Wait, that guy froze me and used teleblock, didn't he? So that guy like fully only intends to PK like 5 times in a day. Because the only way you can change spellbooks, not the only way, but one of the only ways that you can change spellbooks is with the Mage Cape. So he must have used his Mage Cape there, because he didn't use the Lunar spell. That's kind of crazy. But you know, it is what it is. He was sweating. I don't know if there's very much that I can take away from that. I was like protecting right. I ran. Kind of just didn't get away. Kind of just is what it is, I guess. I had so many Chinchompas, there was just no way I was going to get rid of even a third of them. So like staying full defense made a lot of sense to me. Charbasaur. I kind of like that name. Yo, when it rains, it pours. God damn. There was literally nothing to do here, and then suddenly all of my traps filled at once. I think there is a little bit of decision making to be had as to like which traps you should check first. I don't think it matters a ton. The main thing is you don't want to waste any ticks on movement. So I think you only want to check this top one, the westmost trap, this one here. If there's somewhere that you know you can go after, because anywhere you can go after, you can go anywhere else, right? These other 3 spots are all in the middle. So if there's any trap at all, you can always go from the middle to it. But in this case, I want to go here, right? Because if I go here first, then after I can go to this one, and from here I can go to anywhere else, right? Because it's one of the middle ones, right? I don't know that it matters much, but it is something that I have picked up on. And it's only going to save me like literally 1 tick, but you could be losing more than 1 tick. But any time that decision is relevant, it's only going to cost you a single tick. In this case, obviously, there was nowhere to go except for here, so it doesn't matter. You can kind of tell when the Jinchompas are going to enter one as well. Kind of. Go to the lower one because the center one's in the center. Not too terribly often that we have a choice, huh? But when we do, there seems to be a bit of an order to it. Dude. Did that guy just lay a trap on my fucking trap, bro? Dude, like, could you fucking please? You just put shit all over the ground. Fucking bots, man. Spreading their goddamn litter. Dude. Oh, hey, Oz. What's up, dude? Thanks for the bits. Hope you enjoy your working and lurking session as per usual. We're actually going to be switching games over here pretty shortly. I think we're doing Rivals next 15 minutes or so. But I ain't got nothing better to do than Chinchampas right now. I'll tell you what. Wait. We're waiting. Okay. Do you think he's gonna kill me next? He would never do that. What's his name? I Whole U.S. Ranger. He would never lie to me. I guess he didn't lie. He just said, wait, stay. Which isn't quite lying. That's kind of imply that I am safe, though. Only have the butts. Thanks. That's what it gets from me. Thanks, but no thanks. See, he gets me. See, I told you he would never lie to me. Guy like that, that's an upstanding citizen right there. He's just out here killing bots. And you know what that means? He's not really doing anything like hugely morally profound, but if there was ever ethical PKing, it's definitely bot slaying. Or hyper ethical. It's not like PKing is unethical, but you get what I'm saying. If there was ever like, you know what I mean? A just PKer. Maybe anti-PKing is better than bot slaying, but you get what I'm saying. I feel like anti-PKing is pretty separate though. It's like its own thing. If PKing for profit, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, I said it before. You didn't see me? Uh, pick. Oh god. There you go. It's faster. If he doesn't know what that means, it's faster is the next explanation he gets. I imagine he does know what a tick manip is though. But it's weird that he asked, so I would imagine that he... Or maybe he's like, why are you doing it so frequently? Because that also could be a thing. Because, like, you don't need to do it as much as... This fucking guy. Sir, excuse me, manager. There's a lady here dropping her shit all over my shit. Don't you fucking even dare try to put a trap on my fucking trap. Yeah. I guess I should have let her do that because she would have been trapped in that animation. But I don't know. I didn't know there was going to be a guy changing worlds either, so. That guy had an Inferno Gate, didn't he? I can't. So many fucking traps. All this goddamn litter on the ground. I don't know shit, bro. I don't think prayer potions would really help me unless I had food too. And I really struggle to imagine how food would help unless I'm trying to outlive a teleblock. But if you land the teleblock on me, you kind of got me, you know? I wonder why homie's trying to bum prayer potions. It's not that hard to like reset and get back here. You can use the obelisk, can't you? Maybe he can't though. Maybe he didn't do his wilderness diary. I mean, even then, you could take the log back. I don't know. That's kind of a pain in the ass. So I would rather bum a prayer potion, give him the option. But nah, man, I don't have any prayer potions. I'd give it to him if I did. Sure, fuck it. I don't mind. Can you imagine? I give him a prayer potion and then he kills me. That'd be fucking awesome. It's probably better for him that I'm here because it like fucks with the bots to like when they're trying to like drop traps, to be honest. Like when they're trying to do it around mine, because they usually like step onto my shit before they actually like log off or whatever. I could see it actually helping. Oh my god, look at the fucking bots, dude. There's so many of them. How much time do you think it takes to switch games? Switch now? Sure. That one, I think, was coming for that trap, actually. I think that one was about to trap himself. I think we're good. Otherwise, yeah. Okay. Let's get ready for more rivals then.